See? Can't argue with facts.
No.
Miles' autopsy report shows beyond a doubt that the body in the wreck was not Draper's.
All we have to do is figure out how the switch was made.
Oh, boy. This thing opens up such a messy can of worms. We're going to have to walk on eggshells with this information. It cannot get out.
Absolutely. The fewer people who know about it, the better.
That's why I've appointed myself a task force of one to look into it.
Well, you might be biting off more than you can chew, Logan. There's a lot of ground to cover, and the trail is pretty cold by now.
Yeah, I know. But since Draper was a prisoner at the time of the wreck, Chief Mallory has offered me the resources of the police department, and I'm seriously considering taking him up on the offer. I have no illusions about my ability as a sleuth.
You know, Deborah and Calvin are good friends of April's. You might request that they be assigned to assist you. That way you wouldn't have to worry about information leaks.
I've already thought of that. Believe me, Mike, I'm going to do anything I have to do. As long as there's the remotest possibility that Draper's still alive, we got to track that
Hey, did you say Draper's still alive? What's this all about?
Cliff, it's customary to knock when you come into somebody else's
I'm
office.
sorry for barging in unannounced.
Oh, damn you, Cliff. What are you doing here?
I work here. Mike said you were coming over. I assumed it was about the custody case.
From now on, never assume anything, okay?
Look, I'm sorry. Did I hear right?
Oh, you eavesdropped perfectly. Now let what you heard go in one ear and out the other. I know you can do that because it happened all the time when you were at the DA's office.
What you heard is strictly speculation. We have no facts to back it up yet.
The media gets a hold of this, they're going to have a field day. You've got to keep this quiet.
Cliff, what we're trying to do is to keep this information from April.
But how do you know that Draper is still alive?
Do you remember those photographs the Graham County Police sent over?
Yeah, from the train wreck. How can I forget?
Well, Mike turned up a very large discrepancy in one of them that made us think the body handcuffed to Deputy Dwyer was not Draper's.
How could that be?
We don't know yet. But Chief Mallory ordered the body to be exhumed, and the dental records proved we were right.
Well, then, what happened to Draper?
It's a question I'm going to work very hard to answer.
I could see why you wouldn't want April to hear this. All she'd do is get her hopes up.
And probably false hopes.
Well, nobody's heard from Draper since the train wreck. He probably drowned in the river with all the other people.
The thought occurred to us.
This is the worst possible thing for April. Nothing worse than hearing that your husband is dead is hearing that he's alive but missing.
I take your concern to mean that you'll go along with our request.
Look, I caused that woman enough trouble just by convicting Draper. You think I want to cause her any more misery?
Cliff, we all have April's best interests at heart. I hope you will keep that in mind.
Look, you can count on me, boss.
Well, I gotta run. I got an appointment.
If you need any help on anything, let me know.
Help with what?
Oh, yeah, right. I don't know anything about anything.
You keep that thought. Talk to you soon, Mike.
Okay.
Wow. Talk about a bolt of lightning from out of the blue.
It's that, all right.
This comes at the worst possible time.
Would there have been a good time for this to have happened?
You know what I mean? After the tragedy, everybody started to put their life back together again. It's got to be the worst for Logan.
Why just Logan?
Hey, Mike, you know he's got a king-size crush on April.
They've always been good friends, Cliff.
Yeah, but since Draper's been dead, I think he wants to be more than just friends. Just when the coast is clear, this comes up.
Cliff, do you have any work left to do?
Oh, no, I'm done for the day.
Well, I'm not. So why don't we just say good night?
Yeah, sure. Good night.
All right, now look. I don't want to hear a peep out of you. You understand? You be on your very best behavior. Now, you sit down and you read this book. Okay. Good, she's here.
I'm sorry I'm late, honey.
Come in.
I'm afraid I got a little lost on my way over here.
Mrs. Cross, you live downstairs.
So I do. It's a joke. Oh, now there's that cute little matinee idol.
Wait a minute, Mrs. Cross, sit down. Are you feeling okay?
I feel wonderful.
Yeah, I bet you do. Because when you get within 10 feet of my little boy, he probably will get drunk from your breath.
I took a little nip before I came over, 'cause it's chilly outside.
Mrs. Cross, it's the middle of summer.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you actually think I'm going to let you stay with my little boy in that condition?
What condition is that?
How were you going to entertain him? Sing a couple of rousing choruses of 99 bottles of beer on the wall?
Does he know that one?
Oh, I don't believe this.
Oh, listen, don't worry about it, honey. I'm as steady as a rock.
Stiff as one, you mean?
I can hold my liquor.
Yeah, I bet you can hold your liquor. I don't know who needs a wet nurse more, you or Jamie.
Hey, you just scoot on out of here. Have yourself a terrific time. You got nothing to worry about.
What kind of a mother do you think I am? That little boy is more precious than gold to me.
Well, you can trust me. I can take care of him.
I bet you can. Who's going to take care of you after you pass out? Goodbye, Mrs.
Hey,
Cross.
no, wait a minute. Hey, listen. I expect to get paid for my time, you know?
All right, when you're steady enough to hold a pen, you send me a bill, okay? Bye. Oh, now what am I going to do? That's right, Jamie. You be nice and quiet. Eat your cracker. Be a good little boy. Okay.
Unicorn.
Elliot, it's Raven.
Hello, Raven. I trust you calling to tell me you're on your way.
Not quite.
What do you mean, not quite? I thought we had a date. You know how upset I'll be if you break it again.
Look, I know you think that just because you have that letter, it makes your every wish my command, but unless you want to make it a threesome, our date is off tonight.
Who else did you have in mind?
Jamie, you idiot. I was supposed to have a babysitter, but she couldn't make it, and I can't leave him alone.
I thought you had something worked out with a neighbor.
I did, but the neighbor came in drunk, and I can't take any chances with this custody trial.
Oh, well, I guess if the mountain can't come to Muhammad, I'll see if I can duck out a bit later and come over for a nightcap, okay?
Okay, I'll be here. Bye. Darn it. Jamie, you just ruined your mommy's good time. You owe me one, kid.
Well, hi there, Lori Mae. This is your favorite attorney, Cliff Nelson. Hello, is that you, Raven?
Who's this?
It's Cliff Nelson here.
Oh, hi, Cliff.
Nothing wrong, is there? You sound upset. I hope it's nothing I said.
No, what do you want?
Well, I thought we could talk some business, about the custody suit.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, it's awfully impersonal on the phone, We haven't seen each other in a very long time.
Well, what exactly did you have in mind?
Oh, I thought we could talk about the case, over dinner some night.
Oh, wait a minute. We really haven't seen each other in a long time, have we? Look, why don't you come over here tonight?
Tonight? Really? You... Oh. Well, let me check my appointment book and see if I'm free. You happen to be in luck. I happen to be free tonight.
Terrific. Hey, I'll be waiting, okay?
All right, I'll be right over.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, you just might be the answer to my prayers. Am I too late, or do you already have a date?
What are you talking about?
I have got my hands on a brand new babysitter.
Good. I've always thought all problems could be solved if one had the proper incentive. You obviously couldn't stand the thought of being away from me.
Oh, that must be it.
When can I expect you?
Well, look, I don't know if this is going to go through or not, so give me about an hour, and if I'm not there, you'll just have to start without me.
I have every confidence you'll be here. Well, I've heard of people whistling while they work, but...
It makes the time go a little faster.
You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Oh, I love to dance.
Mr. Dorn, I'm going to kill the music now, okay?
Okay, Gus. Well, if you love to dance, then a disco should be the ideal situation for you.
Far from it.
Uh-oh, do I hear a discordant note among the troops?
Well, it may sound crazy to you, Mr. Dorn, but dancing is my life. Dance floors in places like this just isn't where it's at for me. I'm planning to dance on the stage someday.
There's no business like show business, huh?
You know, ever since I was a little girl, all I've wanted to do is get up in front of an audience and dance. Well, I've been taking lessons for quite some time now, and I'm sure it'll pay off soon.
Well, if that little routine I saw you doing is any indication of your ability, you should go far. And being a fine figure of a woman is not going to hurt you.
Oh, well, I try to keep in shape.
Well, I'm sure you realize that raw talent in this competitive business isn't enough. You need luck, and you have to know people. I might be able to help you.
Really?
Yeah, I know some people in the business. No guarantees, of course, but you never know.
Well, that's really a generous offer, Mr. Dorn.
Well, perhaps during your break you could come to my office and we could discuss this.
I don't know about tonight. I have some out-of-town relatives that I promised I'd call during my dinner break.
Whenever. My door is always open to you.
Some of those people you were talking about wouldn't happen to work at the local TV station, would they?
I'm well acquainted with most of the executives at WMON.
No kidding?
Yeah, the station manager, the station owner, and the star anchor woman are all good friends of mine.
Nicole Drake?
Yeah, we've known each other for some time now.
What's she like?
She's a nice woman. Not one of your show business prima donnas, you know.
Well, I heard she was married to a doctor. Are they happy?
To the best of my knowledge, yeah.
Well, what does she like to do when she's not covering stories? Is she into the arts?
You seem to have a lot of interest in Nicole Drake, huh? Are you planning to write one of those unauthorized biographies?
I'm just interested, that's all.
Well, I have some business to tend to. If you want to continue this conversation, you know where to find me.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, the boss seems in a lot better mood now.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
I couldn't help but overhear part of what you and Mr. Dorn were talking about.
Oh, that's all right. We didn't exchange any deep, dark secrets.
You were asking him about Nicole Drake.
So?
Well, I happen to know Nicole, too.
I thought you said you haven't been in Monticello very long.
Well, I've been over to WMON. I did some station promos for him, with my puppets.
Oh, then you got to meet her.
Well, no, actually, I was in and out of the place before she had come in for the day.
Well, then don't make it sound like you're the best of friends when you don't even know the woman.
Hey, look, Nicole Drake is very good friends with the people I'm staying with, my aunt and uncle. Hey, that's the truth.
Well, that still doesn't make you an authority on her.
No, it doesn't, but if you'd like to meet her, I might be able to help arrange an introduction.
Well, that's really sweet of you, Kelly. But I'll pass.
Well, hey, look, I don't get this. You want to know all about her, and yet you don't want to meet her. And this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I never said I didn't want to meet her. I have every intention of doing just that. Well, I better get back to work before Mr. Dorn decides to revert back to being Mr. Hyde.
Jody? Oh, well, I was just thinking, well, since we have the same nights off and everything, well, do you think that you'd like to catch a movie with me or something when we don't have to work?
Well, that's really nice of you to ask, Kelly, but I don't think so.
Well, it doesn't have to be this week. I mean, whenever it's convenient for you.
I'm flattered, Kelly, but really I can, okay?
You have a boyfriend. I should have known.
No, it's not that. Well, you may have a couple of nights off a week, but I don't have any.
Well, I didn't know you had another job.
When I'm not here, I'm practicing at the studio. Keeping in shape. I spend all my free time dancing.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You're getting ready for Broadway.
I'm sorry, Kelly.
Yeah, so am I.
I came over as quick as I... Wow, Raven, you look fabulous.
Thank you. I put on this dress just for you.
Really? You didn't have to do that, although it does appeal to my male ego.
Well, I like to look nice for you.
Brought a bottle of wine.
Thank you. Yeah, screw-on cap and everything.
Well, it's better that way. You see, that way you don't get any cork in your glass.
Well, look, before we drink, I want to talk to you. I suspect that you're just trying to ply me with alcohol, so I'll say something to help you with your court battle, right?
Okay, I'll make this short and sweet.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about that letter situation.
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, we got to talk about that. I have to admit that was the most creative bit of evidence destroying I've ever seen.
I told you exactly what happened. I had the letter in my hand, the wind came, and it blew it right over the ledge.
Oh, I see. Would you mind repeating that with a lie detector attached to you?
Wait a minute. I don't have to take
Oh, wait,
this.
wait. I'm sorry. I guess I should congratulate you. That trick was mean and sneaky and illegal, but very clever.
Well, I hope it didn't hurt your case.
Well, it destroyed the only bit of hard evidence we have, but I don't think you did as much damage as you think.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Well, April Scott saw that letter, right? Eyewitness testimony is just as good as the letter itself in court.
After all April's been through, Logan wouldn't dare put her through the ordeal of a court case.
Wrong. Logan wants that kid more than anything. He's already made an arrangement with April, and she's going to testify.
Really?
Yeah, so I thought we could avoid a messy courtroom scene. Thought we could make some arrangement here, and you know how this case is going to end up.
Well, it makes perfect sense. April would turn against me and side with Logan.
All she's going to do is just tell the truth.
No, he's been so attentive to her, she would do anything he asks.
You think the only thing that Logan sees in April is that she's going to testify, hmm?
Well, what other reason could there possibly be?
Look, Logan does not do things for ulterior motives, unlike some people that I know. Sure, he was sympathetic to her, but after all, she did lose her husband. But in case you haven't noticed, Logan is crazy about April.
How long have you been suffering from these delusions?
You think I'm kidding, huh?
Cliff, be rational. Logan is a very attractive man, and he has excellent taste in women. What could he possibly see in April Scott?
Beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder.
She is a wishy-washy blonde with absolutely no sex appeal.
Well, I have no trouble looking at her.
Well, Logan is just romancing her to use her vulnerabilities to help his court case.
You better get wise, Jezebel. Logan has stars in his eyes, and April's the one who put him there. Now, he thinks that she's the bee's knees. He thinks that no other woman can hold a candle to her, and that includes you.
Well, he's certainly lowering his standards. Cliff, you said that you didn't have any place to go tonight, right? That you're free?
No, I'm not free, but I'm reasonable.
Well, there is something that you could do for me that would make me real happy.
Well, your wish is my command.
Thank you. Why don't you just sit down here and sip your wine, lean back, relax.
Well, that sounds good so far.
And if the baby cries, will you bring in the bottle? It's on the stove. I'm just going to run in here and get a few things ready.
Hey, where are you going?
Well, I'm just going out for a while, but don't worry, I'll be right back.
Wait, you're going to go out and leave me here?
Somebody has to stay with Jamie.
Wait a minute. When I said your wish is my command, being your babysitter is not what I had in mind.
I'll pay you the going rate, and you can eat whatever's in the refrigerator.
I mean, you can't do this to me. I'm a lover, not a babysitter.
Well, why don't you try this? You might find something you're good at.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Just because you're jealous of April and Logan, don't take it out on me.
The thought of me being jealous of April Scott is absurd.
Yeah, well, admit it, huh? Even though you're separated from Logan, the thought that he'd be in love with another woman really rankles you.
Now,
Admit it!
you let me out. April is madly in love with her dead husband.
Yeah?
I mean, those torches are awfully heavy to carry, especially for a pretty young widow.
Well, suppose she's not a widow, huh? Draper Scott may be alive.
What did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Cliff, you said that Draper Scott might still be alive.